بشار Matiwarda, the Chaldean Archbishop of Erbil. Well, first, it's a historical visit. This is not what we call everyday story, especially if you consider that His Holiness, or at least the Pope, wanted to make this trip in the year of 2000. John Paul II, I think he couldn't. And with Pope Francis remained a wish. Always, we've met him several times, and he always mentioned that he wanted to visit this country. He wants to be close to the suffering people of Iraq. In fact, he mentioned Iraq in his prayers audience several times. That's been said, yes, everyone is worried, of course, about coronavirus and the spreading of the virus. And the Vatican themselves, they've said this, that this is also a worrying case. But we are, right from the beginning, we planned and prepared the whole trip having in mind this issue, the pandemic. And that's why we are really very restricted in the procedures of registration, maintaining the distance, maintaining a good and outstanding measures when it comes to, mask and sanitizer, etc. Well, this would be one of the cases that we would say, yes, the visit will pay attention to this case and would highlight that the importance of working together, politicians, people, everyone, to really maintain the diversity of the Iraqi population, Christians, Yazidis included. It would highlight the importance of always finding peaceful measures to solve disputes, because in such situation, Christians and Yazidis and other minorities would be always a collateral damage. Not to mention that ISIS have attacked directly Christians and Yazidis because they were Christians. The number of the Christians have started declining since 2003. This is a fact, but we cannot deny the fact also that there are certain areas in the country welcomes the Christians, like Kurdistan, for example, Erbil and Duhok, Suleymaniya. Yes, there are a few challenges here and there. It's been felt by everyone living here, but still I think it's there is a peaceful coexistence that would help Christians to stay closer to their historical villages, which is one of the aims of the Christian or churches working to preserve the Christianity here in Iraq. Yeah, the ISIS attack have really had devastating results, but thank God, with the work and contribution of all, we were able to maintain 8,000 families, keep them safe here in Erbil, and then returned in 2006, 2017 to Nineveh Plain. When it comes to the visiting sites, everyone would say yes, there are lots of sites, Christian historical sites should be part of the visit, but due to the limitness and of the time, yes, Nineveh Plain has a special place in the hearts of the Christians. It's before 2014, the majority of Christians were there. Unfortunately, the attack have affected this, but still, it's not just a symbolic, but it's a historical lands and villages for the Christians. And going there, having the message of peace, gives the people hope that yes, life could be always renewed. It's not about striving, there is a possibility also of a real thriving. I hope so, yes, because livelihood programs is needed. There are, yes, when we renovate a house for Christian families and ask them to go back, they need a job. They need a job to maintain their daily living. So yes, livelihood programs are needed more than before. Still, there are some 2,600 families still here in Erbil, were unable to make it to Mosul and Nineveh Plain, and they need help in renovating their homes and rebuilding their homes and their cities. Well, it could be, yes. Already this issue will have been mentioned several times, and some political parties made some initiatives here and there, but the number of the confiscated houses is already high, and you know, these houses were sold 3-4 times. So, yeah, but it would be one of the issue. I must say, I mean, His Holiness, when he would come, he is not going to solve all the problems facing Christians, because this is the responsibility of the Iraqi government, because Christians, first and foremost, they are citizens of Iraq, and they have rights as a citizens of Iraq. So His Holiness, when he comes, is just, I mean, having a message of peace and support, that's all. But when it comes to problems and challenges, it's the responsibility of the government to take care of these issues. We cannot say, I mean, he is coming for Christians. Not at all. He's coming for the Christians as a pastor, as a father, as a shepherd, yes. But when it comes to rights, this is the responsibility of the Iraqi government. I must say it's a courageous decision. I mean, it's not an easy decision. It will not be an easy trip for him and for all people participated in his group of who would accompany him. But I mean, God's willing, it's needed, so he will make it. Yes, it's courageous, historical and courageous from him to come.
And how are the preparations going so far, if you could say something about that? I mean, it must be a very stressful time for you.
No, first, we are really grateful to the government of Kurdistan that they have put everything, all the needed, I mean, help to make this visit successful. Of course, you know, Erbil, in Erbil we will have the biggest event. It's the Mass, the final Mass, which is very, very important event in any Pope's visit. The preparation is high. We've started 2 weeks ago, and yeah, when it comes registration, preparation, finding all the what we call logistic issues. Thank God, so we have a good team working with us on daily basis to update us and to really, with the government, we are working as a one team.